Alright you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It is your girl Aishaguideme and I am back with another video. So today we're going to be celebrating my 1-year YouTube anniversary. So give it up, yay! I have some hookah, I have some wine. We're gonna get into some girl chit chat, so stay tuned. So I got the wine from Aldi, and honestly this is one of my favorites. Of course the flavor is sweet peach, so it definitely lives up to the name of sweet peach. It's super good. I'm more of a sweeter wine girl anyway, and I like mine to be a little bit sparkling. So and then of course I have my hookah. I did a mango and pineapple mix for my hookah. So yeah, we're gonna be enjoying that. We got some questions people on Instagram sent me. Of course I'm gonna put the questions on the screen and let's get right into it. So let's get into the 1 year on YouTube, what I've learned so far, what I would take away. Honestly, what I've learned with YouTube is that you have to just figure out what your niche is. I'm still finding that. I'm still finding what my audience is going to look like, what my audience wants from me. And honestly, like, I have no problem building that. I have no problem being patient. Like, and my journey is my journey for a reason. My YouTube journey may not be the same as another creator and so forth. So I think that it's important that I stick with my plan, I stick with my goal, and I remain consistent. When I first started my YouTube channel, I was like, you know, I want to upload a video every 2 weeks. I want to put as much content as I can out there. And honestly, like, that just didn't happen, and that's okay. Like, I work a full-time job outside of YouTube, on top of me going to the gym, still spending time with friends, spending time with family, and so forth, and also making time for me. So it was a lot to juggle, but I realized that YouTube is something that I love. It's something that I feel like really passionate about. I love the fact that I can sit in front of my camera and be able to express myself, and people watch me and they're able to enjoy that with me as well. And that's just pretty much my takeaway from my first year being on YouTube. Honestly, as far as like my camera, I really love my camera. I think that for starters, it's a really good camera. I think that just be mindful that the battery does suck. So, you know, yeah, that's pretty much the only con that I have about this camera, is that the battery freaking sucks. But you know, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for it all. I'm grateful I was able to even afford the camera, so that way I was able to experience it and give you guys a review. But that's okay. Everything's a stepping stone. I'm a student at best, you know, so I'm always willing to learn. I'm always willing to be like, okay, like, you know, maybe this won't work, so maybe next time I could do something else. Like, pretty much it. I'm grateful for the people that watch my videos, subscribe to my channel, commented on my video, shared my video in any way. Like, I'm super grateful for you guys and the community that we do have. Like, it really means the world to me that people are tuning in. So just hearts. All right, so anyway, let's get into the girl chit chat. I love this dance, y'all. Let's get into the girl chit chat, okay? Let's drink this wine. This wine is so good, you guys. So the first girl chit chat question is dealing with these F boys. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Like, as I got on this journey of rediscovering myself, creating better habits, and just living in a wellness mindset, I had to realize that dealing with toxic men are not really my vibe at all. So I used to deal with them. And when I did deal with them, you know, I had my fun. I don't deal with them. The way that I don't deal with them now is that I stop looking for what I want to see rather than what they're showing me. I do not give people the benefit of the doubt unless they earn it. I do not give people the benefit of the doubt unless they earn it. And most of the time, it's me just trying to create this like fantasy world in my head of how I want things to be, and it's not true. It's not there. So I just feel like that's why I don't deal with F-boys. That's why I'm like able to just kind of like get over people quickly and like detach and be like, okay, like this is not what I want it to be, and I'm expecting too much of them, and that person is not there. It was never there. They've always been showing me this person. So I don't know, it just makes it very easy for me to just be like, okay, this is not what's good for me and I'm not gonna deal with it. So I had to pick what was best for me. I had to start valuing myself a lot more, because it just wasn't it wasn't it with me being like a pick me. Like, I did some really crazy stuff, you guys. Like, I'm very human. I definitely think I needed to go through that phase to understand that that's not the life that's meant for me, and I'm worth so much more than what I'm dishing myself out for. And I used to do some pick me stuff, you guys. I'm embarrassed. I cooked this meal for this guy to like show that I was wifey material. If any of my friends witnessed me doing that, I literally give you permission to slap me. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. I stopped trying to prove myself to people, and I'm just like, people have to see my worth. If it's not that, then I don't make excuses for it, because I know what I want, and I know what I've been through, and I know what I deserve. So I don't deal with F-boys, don't like to deal with F-boys. It's not my vibe at all. Basically, how do, dating myself and self-care, like, I'm guessing that's like, what does that look like for me? How do I do it? So I have no problem just like taking myself out on a date. One thing that I do pour a lot more into now is my appearance when I do leave the house. Now, I'm not saying I gotta get all glammed up, but I do need to look like I care for myself, like I need to pour into myself in the right way, and whatever that may look like for you, that's for you. Like, for me, I like to put a little concealer on, I like to do a nice lip, I like to make sure my hair is always done, I like to have my nails done. Like, that's what I do to pour into myself to make me feel good, and you just have to do that to make you feel good. And dating myself, like, I just feel like if I have not been out on a date in a restaurant or anything like that, whether it be with a man, my friends, or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna do that for myself. I'm gonna do that for myself, Bookie. Like, I'm not gonna wait for somebody to, again, see my worth. Friends, relationship, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna pour into myself. And when you start pouring into yourself in that way, it changes your perspective on how the world should be treating you, and how you should be treating yourself as well. I can draw up a nice bath, I can listen to my favorite podcast, I can turn on my favorite playlist, I can dance around, I could buy my favorite lotion and take a shower and get in my favorite pajamas and read my favorite book. Like, start writing down what self-care looks like for you and stick to it. So on this Friday, I'm gonna go out and go to Target and go get some new hygiene products, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be in my favorite pajamas and my favorite lotion and my favorite perfume, and I'm gonna watch my favorite show, and I'm gonna put my phone on Do Not Disturb. The people that are close to me know my phone is gonna be on Do Not Disturb Monday through Sunday. I like to be not disturbed, okay? Okay, next question. Work-life balance. So my work-life balance comes with having a routine. I first started finding a work-life balance, I was so focused on having a perfect routine and being like perfect at that routine, and it's like it doesn't have to be that way. Like, for instance, like, my schedules used to change a lot. Like, I used to work 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then I would have Wednesday and Thursday off, but I will also work Friday and Saturday. So I had a lot more wiggle room because I didn't have to start that early in the morning, and I could go to the gym between the hours of 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. and still come back and eat and shower and be ready for the workday. So routine is what works for you and your schedule, and you have to figure out what can fit into your schedule and what works for you that's not gonna overwhelm you in your routine. That's how I do it. And I have to keep starting over because I go through all these different cycles and stuff like that. Like, I have to keep starting over. I have to find my routine. I have to find what's gonna work for me. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're trying and not romanticizing the fact of trying. And like, oh, I'm gonna do this tomorrow, or I'm gonna do this tomorrow. It's like, tomorrow has already passed 5 times. You gotta do it. And having a work-life balance also comes with discipline. You have to be able to be disciplined to be like, I cannot do this tonight because I need to get more sleep in the morning, or I can go to bed early or get this out of the way today, so that way I have time to do this tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? So it comes with discipline, it comes with sacrifices. You have to be willing to see which one is gonna work for you. My camera had died. This is ghetto. Just real ghetto. Question is importance of having standards when it comes to relationships. Showing what you're not gonna put up with, you know? Let's just say, for instance, I don't do last minute dates. You're not gonna say, hey, at least not when we're first meeting up, where it's like we can do something spontaneous, like, oh, okay, let's go get something. No, no, no. If we're just now getting to know each other, excuse me, if we're just now getting to know each other and you're like, oh, let's go grab this, and it's completely unplanned, it's super last minute, like you're telling me an hour before, or you know, not enough time for me to get ready and think about giving you a yes or no, then that's my standard. Like, you have to be able to communicate with me and plan a date with me before I can say yes, you know, like. And I think while being in a relationship, it kind of keeps your partner on their toes as well, and to let them know that like you are the prize ultimately. So if they don't, even after you guys are in a relationship, still adhere to your standards, then you know what you got to do. Or you know that you need to reel it back in and say, hey, you know, I'm noticing you're lacking energy in this, or you know, we used to do this and now you're not doing this, and you know, I'm noticing a difference, like what's going on here. And if they're willing to speak up and work with you and work through that with you, I feel like that's good. But if they're just shutting down and dismissing you, then you know what type of person they are, and ultimately that's your decision that you have to make. Your standards should be for you. Your standards are not to control others. It's to basically show what you will and will not put up with. So that's basically it. Importance of loving yourself and the side effects of not doing so, especially when it comes to being in relationships. Ooh, this goes back to honoring yourself. Hold on, let me drink on this one, you guys. This goes back to honoring yourself. How can you show somebody how to love you and what your love languages are if you do not know how to do that for yourself? And that's what I just always revert back to. If you are not your number one priority, if you are not taking care of yourself and you're not treating yourself as a priority, I don't really know how else to explain it to you. You have to be a little bit selfless. They may feel guilty for putting themselves first. They feel like, oh my gosh, I'm being selfish and selfish is a bad thing. No, I think selfish is such a selfless act that needs to happen. Now, I feel like if you're constantly a selfish person and you're not willing to exchange your energy with another person, then of course that's a testament of your true character. But I feel like being able to say no and having certain standards and boundaries with yourself is a part of having a healthy relationship. Because if you're just saying yes, 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 yes to please your partner, is that being emotionally true? Is that being emotionally safe? Or you're just saying that to please them and you don't really care about your own needs? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather gain somebody's respect than to be worried about if somebody thinks that I'm a good person. You have to develop a mindset that if that person does not value you, what are you doing? It's important to love yourself. Love of thyself is the most important love to have. How can you not love yourself? And I don't mean love yourself in just a cycle of, oh, I lost weight, or I completed my goals, or I did this, or I did that. I'm not saying love yourself only when you are functioning. I say love yourself in all aspects. Love yourself when you can't make your bed in the morning. Love yourself when you are calling out of work because you're just mentally not there. Love yourself when you gain 15 pounds. Love yourself when you lost 10 of those pounds. Love yourself in every cycle. One thing I never do, and nobody will ever catch me doing ever again, is talking negatively about me. Words are spells. And I feel like if you continuously keep saying, oh, I'm this, or I'm that, and this, that, and the third, nobody loves me, you start to believe it. You start to welcome that energy, and I don't like that. So loving yourself is important because you are ultimately showing other people how to love you as well. So hopefully that answers your question. Okay, so this one is saying how different your perspective will be once you heal, and also the importance of healing and investing into yourself. I don't even like to call it, I don't even like to call it a healing journey, because I'm not broken. I am reparenting myself. These are tools that I probably should have learned when I was a kid, and that's fine, I didn't learn it. But it is my job to learn better emotional intelligence and to be a more logical person. And not just lead with my emotions all the time. So I like to call it the reparenting journey or my wellness journey, because I'm not broken. You heal what is broken. You heal what is scarred. You heal what needs to be fixed. I don't need to be fixed. I just need to learn more. I had to kind of like reprogram the whole healing journey itself. I was one of those people that got on this journey, and I was like, I need to tell everybody about this. I need to tell everybody about that to make them aware, so that way they can experience the same type of life that I'm living, the same type of mindset that I'm having. And I wanted to change everybody around me. And that is so unrealistic. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny when I say that. Is to think that you can change other people for the better. And it's like, that's not how this is supposed to work. That's not how this is supposed to go. And that's so unfair to other people and their experiences in this journey. I just felt like, oh, well, since I know better, I need to teach people who don't know better. And that comes with a sense of entitlement and ignorance that I had to really check myself and say, you know, just because I'm gaining the tools doesn't mean I know it all. And even to this day, like, I do not know it all. And that's fine. I'm okay with not knowing it all. But that's how my perspective changed, is that I need to slow down and stop thinking that just because I'm doing this, that I'm, you know, I'm doing the right thing and everybody needs to do that. And it's like, no, people have a life of their own and people do what they need to do for a reason. And in a way, it's definitely helped me be more patient with others. I'm the friend that everybody kind of like comes to for advice, or they need to vent. So I had to really get a grip on not always trying to have an answer for my friends, and just letting them think it out for themselves, because I would come off very like, oh, you need to do this, oh, you need to do that. Our journey comes with understanding the fact that I have to be patient with other people as well, because I'm not perfect. I really had to get out of the mindset that I knew it all, because I didn't. And be in the mindset of just being patient and watching life run its course on its own and not trying to control everything. Last question is, where is my next trip? Plan on going to Bali for my birthday, but it's really up in the air because the flight from where I live is like 33 hours, and that is a long time. I mean, considering the time difference, considering the layovers and stuff like that, you know, it's just going to be a lot of traveling. I don't know if I want to, you know, really commit to that. But honestly, time can only tell, because I might change my mind. I really don't know. But what I really am aiming for is Bali. I've been wanting to go to Bali for a really long time. Or Thailand. Thailand has always so been on my list. I was supposed to go right before COVID started. For school. Really hope that you guys like this video. Let me know if you guys go try the wine at Aldi's. I really appreciate you guys for supporting me for a year and being subscribed to my channel. You know, always comment down below what type of videos you want to see. Always leave your suggestions, like, you know, watch, share, you know, subscribe. That lets me know what you guys want to see from me, because, you know, I'm still trying to find my niche, but I also do appreciate the ones that do interact with me online and, you know, show love to my page. I really, really do appreciate it. It's dead. I'm about to go wash my face, take a shower, get in some girl time, listen to my favorite podcast, and that's pretty much it. I hope you all have a good night. I hope you guys have a good week. And just let's end this strong. And I want to thank you all for watching Aishaguideme, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.